Howdy, gamers, and welcome to Checkpoint Reached, a weekly show where we discuss a topic in gaming, occasional news stories, movie and TV quotes, and random life rants. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm your host, Lex, and today we are covering trailers, the hype machine we call it. We don't know. We don't have the exact name for it yet, but we're going to be talking about gaming trailers because we haven't got good trailers lately. We used to get a bunch of good stuff in the back in the day. But hey, before I get into that a little further, let me introduce my friend here. Speaking of great trailers, dude. I don't know what that means. I have my co-host Ernie. What's up, man? How are you doing?
Hello, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing great, dude. Thank you for joining me as always.
Did it sound like you were gonna say thank you? I thought you were gonna say, introduce you to the love of my life.
Oh, dang, hey. That's off. That's off bot. That's
easy.
Now, dude, Ernie's looking good, dude. He got dressed up for me and for you, the listeners, if you're watching.
I did.
Ignore me. I'm not dressed up as him, dude. He looks good, dude. Why are you looking so good?
I appreciate that. Thank you. No, I just I came from my nephew's little performance that he did with the saxophone. And so, yeah, it was pretty cool. It started at 6 and it ended at 8. It was fun. I mean, it was cool to see the family. I saw him. It was funny because he looks so much older now. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm so proud of the guy. It was sticking with such a cool little instrument and he's doing so much better. And it's funny, you can tell that he really likes it and enjoys that. So I didn't get to talk to him after the show. Sadly, I had to come back home. But yeah, so that's the only reason I'm dressed up. I really don't dress up. I would either dress up for work, or events like this. But usually, dude, I'm chilling, dude. Hair not done, dude. I'm in my freaking jammies,
Dress to impress, they say. Dress to impress. That's cool, man. That's awesome. Were you the maestro? You're awesome.
No, but I did see the cool little. I saw this. They had the maestro, the conductor, and he brought out this kid who was a conductor, and he did really well. It was some random kid. So
that's cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome, man. That's good. I'm glad you had a good time, dude.
I did. Thank you.
Shall we, dude? Shall we get into this a little bit?
Yeah, please.
I have some breaking news, but it's technically not news because it just pertains to personal life of me. But dude, I got the PlayStation Portal, dude. I was telling you this about it, and I wanted to share it with the class, if I may. So, I don't know if I've been talking about it on these episodes, but I definitely been talking to you about it. My Portal was just not working well in my room. But in the living room and in my office, it was working great, totally fine. And then it just started kind of screwing up again a little bit in my office. And I'm like, okay, what's going on here? I'm like, why is this doing this? And I just had to play in the living room, and that was the best place for it. So then I'm like, you know what? I have these arrows, which are these Wi-Fi extender nodes, right? That you suggested to me. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'm not using these to the full potential. Turns out I wasn't, dude. So what I ended up doing is I had to tinker with it a little bit. Thank you for the internet, of course. I was able to, get it connected directly through to the Arrow, the portal. So now it's registered, has its own profile on the Arrow app. And dude, let me tell you, dude, it's working great. I am so stoked. I'm in my room. I'm playing, dude. Barely any stuttering. A little laggy here and there, which, is expected, but not as bad, dude. I'm actually able to play. Has not crashed on me yet. Dude, game changer, my friend. Game changer. I'm so happy because now I'm just like, yes, dude, this is what I've been wanting. And it's funny because I've had these arrows in this for so long, and I bought the arrows basically for this reason, right? So I can game little with ease, and and it took me this long to finally realize. And dude, I'm excited. It ran great. It ran smooth as butter. Like I said, just a couple little issues here and there, but as expected. And dude, I'm excited. So I just wanted to share that with the class because I'm happy. I'm happy I got it going, and I know you asked me to kind of help you out with that as well. And I of course I would love to. We can talk off pod if you want. I can set it up. But dude, yes, just wanted to share that with you.
That's awesome, dude. No, I'm excited for you. That's one of the big things one of the reasons you sold your first PlayStation Portal, right? It was it wasn't being used to its full potential just because of your internet, which it wasn't even your internet. It was your house and whatever the routers that you were using at the time. But I'm glad that you figured this out. That dude, I'm telling you, dude, I am with you and I understand and I will be here and I will guide you. No, but sorry, that's from Zach and Mary a movie. But it's crazy because I know exactly what you're gone through. I didn't do it with my portal, but I've gone through that so many times. I've called the companies. I've done all kinds of crazy stuff just to get my internet working properly so I can play my games and not have any issues. Thank the maker that I haven't had any issues like that with any of my wired stuff. Everything's been really good on for my internet, and so I'm happy about that. But like, yeah, man, dude, that's so crazy. It's funny because you had told me, was it last night you were texting me about this? And I was like,
Mm,
well, you know what? Like if you figure it out, like I told you, do a test run, play with your girl while she's there streaming, doing yeah, whatever, she's doing, but she's on the internet, right? And then let me know. And dude, you're like, dude, it's working. And I'm like, dude, yes, this is the freaking amazing thing. I updated my portal. All right, you can see it. I
yeah,
updated the
yeah.
portal. I'm ready to go. I'm excited.
Right.
The
Charged,
excitement for that
charged.
you had put into it. I was like, dude,
Uh,
I can't wait. I'm excited to see like what it can do now, because I do get some stuttering just like you. And like I said, I my internet's not bad, but once in a while you'll get these weird lags. But continue, sir.
yeah, I mean, of course, because like as you know, like the router, itself is picking up so much other stuff. So of course there's interference. It makes a lot of sense. But for my arrows Excel, I don't have many things directed straight to them, and not everything is turned on, right? Like it's just like my laptop if it's off or whatever. So I'm sure if I was to direct a lot more of that to it, then it'd probably get a little bit more issues. But no, I think yeah, dude, I'm super stoked. Um, I'm excited. And yeah, we'll talk about my journey with that more. And I mean, it kind of plays into this next question I'm going to ask here, is what games we're playing, if I may, dude. Um, Now I'm all over the place. Well, first of all, Ernie's making me buy all these games. He's making me pre-order all these games, and I'm telling him, dude, hey, we got to calm down. We got time. No,
Hey,
I'm kidding.
calm down. We're not
No,
gonna play the ball. We're not gonna play the ball. Yeah.
we basically pre-ordered the Batman game together. And then I
Yeah.
was like turning him, let's do 007. You're like, oh, whoa, we don't have time. And I'm like, and then I wanted to get the
No. I
directive
mean, look,
game.
listen, and it's crazy because
I'm
when
all
he
over.
texts me and he tells me these things, I already am like, damn, yeah, we should. Come on. I already want to say yes, but I'm like, no, I should think
Yeah.
about this because I'm like, we're getting all these things and we're not gonna play them. Like, honestly, I'd be down for 007 just because I know that game is gonna be one of the ones that we're gonna want to dive into. And it's just, I think you even mentioned Pragmata, and I'm like, dude, I really want to play that game too. I want to do a let's play for the channel, honestly. And I'm like, I was
Yeah.
already good. I'm like, and then he goes. And then he later on he sends me an article about Saros not doing well or not selling well, and then he goes, should we help them? I'm like,
Hey,
I was like,
hold
this
on.
guy. Good.
In all fairness, you are the one that first told me to get Saros, dude. You.
I did.
So
That's true.
don't flip it around, dude.
I
Don't flip it around.
did.
No, but you're right.
Don't
No, you're right.
judge.
It's so funny because like we've been doing so well, right? We made this rule for ourselves like
Yeah.
a couple years ago. Like, hey, we're done pre-ordering. We're done. We can get games cheaper because we don't play. Like again, we just have too many games to play, and we don't end up playing these games we buy right away. So let's wait for the sale. And here I am. I don't know. This month, it's just like it got me excited because there's a bunch of games coming out, right? I'm just like, I want this, I want that. And you just sent me that Dune Awakening game was on sale, and I bought that.
Oh
When
yeah,
are they
you
gonna
bought.
play
Yeah,
it?
I
I don't
forgot that you
know.
bought that.
But I mean, again,
I
hey, that
forgot.
was cheaper.
Yeah,
It was cheaper, right? Like
it was. Yeah, it was.
that's part of the initiative we have here. But yeah, dude, I'm just like, oh man, I'm all over the place. I just got excited, dude. I'm back. I feel like a little school kid, dude, like in a candy shop or something like that. Um,
Nah, I feel you.
but
Recently I've gotten into. I've had a good amount of money, right? I just paid you for the tickets for Gorillas. We paid for the freaking Lego and all this stuff, and I'm like, man, I have this money burning a hole in my pocket, dude. And I bought a bunch of things, bro, that I shouldn't have bought, but I did. So I
mm,
understand. I honestly I
it
want to play
happens.
more games with you, and you know what's helping me not buy more games is that I've been doing a lot of mobile gaming. I'll talk about my gaming, what we've been gaming for the week, but I've been doing a lot of mobile
Yeah.
gaming, bro. And that's sort of been
Mm.
kind of taking my like time. And so I haven't been wanting to spend money. It's interesting, dude. It's so cool, but continue, sir.
No, it's good. I mean, that's glad. And I think now that I had the portal up and running, I'm more willing to like, yeah, yeah. But
I
no,
think
I feel you, man. It's good.
I think 007 is going to be a great game for the Portal, dude.
I know, but
And
hey,
that,
we got to ready for reviews as well, right? I mean, that's
do
we're
you
our
think
own
it? Well,
reviewer, of course.
do you really think it's going to be that bad though?
I don't think
I don't
so, but
know.
I think it's gonna be good. I mean, I have a lot of confidence. It looks great. I think it looks
Sam, it looks
like
awesome. Yeah.
a good time. Um, I just
It,
think, sadly, the problem is like if it doesn't do well, kind of helps us, right? Because then the price is gonna go down a little bit, right?
yeah,
Because
but it
I
doesn't
don't know.
help
You
the
sent me
developer,
something.
right?
You sent me something earlier that that Skull and Bones was $2, and then what they
Oh
retweet, they
yeah,
said something like, "That's like 75 cents per A." Like that's so messed up. That's
you're
so
right.
mean. I'm not gonna quote the. Not gonna
That's so
quote it.
good. I'll
Uh,
say this though. That, you know what excited me about 007? And I've been meaning to tell you this, but I haven't had like the chance to actually talk to you guys. And maybe friends of the channel will agree with this. But the game is sort of like Hitman, right? Or it's so semi sort of, right? And I was thinking, and this is
mm-hmm.
so funny because I never, and we talked about this. We were having a discussion, you and I, about DLC. And for whatever reason, I was like, I started rewatching the Daniel Craig 007 movies, started with Casino Royale. I'm about to
Mm-hmm.
finish it and then I'm going to continue the rest of them. And I was thinking, dude, wouldn't it be so freaking cool if the DLC for these games are those movies? And it's like, what's stopping them from being able to do that? Like, they definitely can, and I think that's what most likely we're gonna get. Right? We're
Well,
gonna get. Go ahead.
if you think about it, Hitman had a mission where you kill what's his name from Casino Royale. He's one of the targets.
Oh yeah, yeah, Matt Mickelson. Yeah,
Yes, yeah. They had his
Le
thing. So
Chef or
you could
whatever
be
his
right. You
name
could
is.
be honest on that. Le Chef
No,
or something like that. I don't know.
yeah, yeah, no, I think whatever his name, the little bleeding eye. No, dude, definitely, and that's like, dude, honestly, so that I was thinking about, and then I think that like next day, I think is when you texted me, should we should we get 007? I was like, and I don't know, I think I took my time. I don't think I texted you right away because I remember
You got to
reading.
think
I'm
about
like,
it.
I got to sleep on this one
I
because I
gotta
knew
sleep on this. That's
I
funny.
already put it set the money already, dude. I honestly am still down. I'll be honest with you, but we'll see. Like you said, we'll wait a little
No,
bit.
no, no, like you
We still
said,
go.
no rush, no rush. Well, let's see like, how Batman
Mhm.
treats us. But I mean, again, you said you're gonna play it probably
Definitely.
with your wife. But anyway, hey, back to what I'm playing here. Um,
Mhm.
before you distracted me. No, just kidding. I Yeah, no. Red Dead, dude. Red Dead Redemption is literally what I've been playing now that I got the portal going. I'm like on it a lot more. I'm like dedicated to getting that done. I mean, I know I got these other games I've talked about last week, but I think I'm just kind of focused on beating that game for now because I just want to knock it out. And now that Red Dead 2 is coming on cloud streaming next month for PlayStation, I do want to play it. But even though I plan to play it on the PC, now I'm kind of like, man, now I kind of want to just play like this because it's cloud and I got it going. But I mean, again, I can put on the Asus. Again, I guess it's just going to come in. It's going to just, it going to come down to is I feel more comfortable playing on. You know what I mean? The only thing is that gets me more like wanting to do the portal is that I don't have to tinker with it as much, right? On the Asus, as far as the settings and all that. But it's not a huge deal. I mean, I can do it. I don't know. I guess it just depends on what's more comfortable at the end of the day. But yeah, that's really what I've been grinding. A little bit of Bioshock here, a little bit of Claire Obscura as well. But like I said, I'm just really trying to finish Red Dead. I'm already nearly done with the whole Mexico sequence, so I'm pretty much there, dude. And dude, let me tell you, dude, it's such a great game. It's so fun. Um, it's just getting me so much more pumped for Red Dead 2 as well because, like I said, it's been a while since I played it, and um, Red Dead, like I just playing Red Dead, I'm seeing all this other stuff. And I'm like, I forgot this. And I remember this, but I also kind of forgot it. And it's just like the story's so good. And John Marston, he's such a sweet character as well. And it's like cool to see like the way he is, because obviously I played Red Dead 2 and you see how he's in that game as well. Um, but it's a good time, man. And yeah, so that's where I'm at with playing games, dude. But please, let me hear you. Let's hear it. Sound off.
Yeah, so well, that's cool that you kind of kept playing all these games. Glad that you're going on your little gaming journey. I would love to be there with you, joining you and playing so many games, but it's been tough for me. Like recently, I've just been kind of like every time I have that time when I get home, I end up laying in bed and either watching some TV show or like just relaxing. And it's not like not gaming doesn't relax me, but there is a difference, right? And and maybe friends of the channel can talk about it in the comments here, but sometimes you just want to lay down and not be on your desk, right? And I think that it's been hitting me like that. Like I don't like being on my desk to play games as much anymore. And I do have my TV, my like 4K next to it. So I can like play there, but like I just haven't set up. So it's been a struggle. But enough about me talking about my life here and my whining about how I'm not gaming. Like if it's like the biggest deal here. But so recently I've gotten into emulation, or not recently, but I've been into it more so. And so I don't know if I told, well, I told you this obviously, but friends of the channel probably don't know. So I used to have a Samsung S25 Ultra. I had that for a year. Amazing phone, great, powerful. Recommend it, right? If you love Android, it's a great phone. I ended up switching back after the year back to iPhone. I kind of missed the iMessage. I miss the connectivity to all my Apple stuff that I use for school and all this. So I switched back, and now I have an iPhone Air, which is not the craziest flagship phone, but it's decent and it does what it needs to be done as just an overall phone, right? But now I had the Samsung for a while, just there, because I already bought it. I just have it. And one of my buddies, friend of the channel, Kyle Golden Doodle, he had messaged me, or we were talking in person, and he's like, I think your phone is powerful enough to like this device. Because there's a bunch of Android handhelds that are pretty powerful, right? That can play like PC games and all that. And he told me, I think your Samsung can do that. It has one of the bigger chips, or the more stronger chips or something, the Elite 8, something like that. And I'm all right, so I'll look into this. So I started like downloading all these things, bro. And I was able to like play up to Nintendo. Like, dude, I shouldn't probably say this because of Nintendo Ninjas, but I'm able to play Nintendo Switch. I'm able to play freaking Steam games. I'm able to play BioShock Infinite on that phone, bro. Um, but I've been able to do all that, right? This is the funny part. Guess what I've been playing? Like just on that thing.
Fortnite.
No, dude, I've been playing Game Boy. The original Game Boy. Like Game Boy. Like, yeah, so I've been playing Castlevania Legends, which is a Game Boy game from like, I don't really know, like the 80s, maybe 90s, early 90s, I don't know. And I've been playing that game, and I'm almost about to beat it. You play one of the first female Belmonts, but the game is, I think I was telling you guys about this, but she has no sort of her story and her like the lore behind her is not part of the overall Castlevania timeline. They took her out of the timeline for whatever reason. But yeah, I've been playing that game, dude, and it's a lot of fun, dude. It is probably one of the easier Game Boy or Castlevania games I've played, but it does get difficult. There's some crazy little moments. There's a lot of rope climbing for whatever reason in this particular version, because if you guys don't know, Castlevania is the name Castlevania is basically there's a castle named Castlevania, and it's Dracula's castle. It appears every so often, and the Belmonts go there to destroy it. And for whatever reason, in this particular version of Castlevania, uh, it's all ropes she's climbing. So there's no stairs really. It's all ropes. I think they did that probably because of the Game Boy, what it could handle. And so the rope climbing is ass. It's terrible,
no.
and I hate it. But it's been fun, dude. I've been playing that game, and truly, Lex, I am thinking about it as we speak now. Like I want to go back and finish it, and I can't wait to finish that. But I am hoping that I finish it, because now that we're gonna get this portal started, or you're gonna help me with the portal, I'm gonna end up being on the portal for the rest of the getting like the time, because there's so many cool stuff that I have downloaded. So, but yeah, so that's what I've been playing, man. Sorry for that long little rant.
No, it's fine, dude. We rant. That's cool, man. That's awesome. It baffles me honestly that is even an option to be able to play on a phone like that, right? It's like you would have told me that when I was just a lad. No, I'm kidding. I was amazed just playing Snake on my phone, dude. Remember back in the day?
Oh yeah, on the Nokia, and it would go.
It's funny because I sound like my dad. He's like, I remember when Pong came out, man. We were like, whoa, this is crazy. Pong, what I mean? It's like it's so funny. It's like, man, gaming, it's just evolved. But yeah, dude, that's awesome. I'm great. I'm glad you're having a good time. But yeah, we'll definitely get that portal going after this. After these, we'll be back after these messages. No, I'm kidding. Hey, let's get into the episode, shall we, dude? So we sparked this little idea because it's kind of funny how this idea arose, right? I was playing BioShock Infinite, and as I started my journey, Ernie had said he wanted to play it as well. He had been thinking about that game, and he's like, and he texted me. He goes, "Dude, do you remember that the trailer for this game?" And I'm like, well, no, not really. I'm like, I can't remember. I can't remember. And it's like, he's like, let me send it to you. And he sent it to me. I'm like, oh my gosh. And it all came back to me like, holy crap. And what's the song? It's like, and God is my witness. And I don't know what it is. I'm just making that up.
Is it it was the which one is it? Was it the Bioshock Save Elizabeth trailer? Is that the one that I sent you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put it in the background, but you
It's
won't
funny
hear
because it's
that.
a scene, which this happens a lot, right? This kind of happens a lot of with these trailers. It's a scene from the game. I mean, a scene on the trailer that's basically not really in the game in the beginning. Like it's kind of funny how it happens, but like it's so well done. The trailer looks cool. It goes through like this little action sequence, maybe like a minute or so, something like that. I don't know if you want to play it. Is it, does it have the sound to it? Are we gonna get
No, I
marked?
didn't put the sound on it. You could see it in the background. I just didn't want to get flagged. Usually they always get us. But can you see it? I actually shared the screen, right? You can see it.
Yeah, I gotta watch this. Let me watch the stream. Oh, there it is. Yeah,
Oh
so
yeah,
like,
yeah.
dude, it's just a cool. I mean, again, you can do a lot of these things in the game. It just as like the scene in particular is not really something that happens in the game,
No, I
and
did.
obviously the art and obviously the art style is a lot different than the actual game in the end. I mean, not really so different, but I mean, you know what I mean. It looks a little different from this, but yeah, dude, it's. So we started thinking. I'm like, dude, remember all the cool trailers we get? And I'm trying to think. I don't remember the really last cool trailer we've really gotten in a while, right? In the last couple of years. I mean, obviously Grand Theft Auto was cool. The new Grand Theft Auto trailer that dropped for 6 was a good one. The Dark Knight one was cool, but it wasn't like whoa, this is the coolest trailer I've ever seen. You know what I mean? Um, but then like you kind of go back to back to the beginning, right? Like I want to say the Gears of War, um, Mad World, right, was one of the very first biggest trailer. Would you agree? I'm trying to think if there's anything. I'm sure there's plenty of something
Well,
before,
that was
but
one of
to
the
what
first
I
trailers that I recall seeing in the movie theaters, right? Like I think
no,
you
yeah,
and I
that
we
too.
talked about this before, and I
Hmm.
mean there had to been more. It's just at this point in our lives, because I'm doing all this out of recollection, not looking this up because that's not what I wanted this episode to be. I wanted it to be like you guys, right, where you're discussing with us and you're just listening, and we're kind of like, do you remember this? Do you recall that this was like a thing? And like he said, there was these trailers that we sort of had that, and again, and I have a moment and I have a thing in the topic about this, but it's like, was it the nostalgia of it, or like the time and the place for it when we were young that it looked so amazing? Because eventually we sort of, not that we became desensitized, but we stopped seeing those trailers for what they were, which was just a teaser of what this game is going to entail, right? Because then we started to get, I also have another topic on this and it's on the notes, right? That you saw this, but it's like CGI trailers were awesome, right? That we talked about that Bioshock Infinite we just saw. And it's just CGI. It's not in gameplay, like you said, but it's setting the tone for the game, right?
Hmm.
And then we got Watch Dogs in, what was it, 2014 or 15, something like that. Game looked crazy good. Remember, it looked like gameplay, and none of that was real. None of that was real. It wasn't a
Hmm.
gameplay, or at
Hmm.
least not what we got. So it become, you know what I mean. And so it's a lot. It's a little different, right? And then, but yeah, I mean, to go based off
And now
what you
we're
were saying, yeah.
now we're in a day and age too where people are like, oh, that wasn't in the game. I'm gonna sue. You know what I mean? What was that movie? It was the Beatles one,
Yes.
right? Where the guy everyone for
What was it
yesterday.
called? Yes. Yesterday. I was gonna say yes.
Yesterday,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
one of the actresses was in the trailer but wasn't in the movie, and some good dude sued, which is
Yeah, it
crazy, right?
was.
It's crazy to think. Well, I forget her name.
What's her name? Anna de Armas.
Was it?
Anna de
Oh, yes, yes,
Armas.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
So
wasn't in
anyway,
the
yeah,
trailer.
it was
She's only
just
like for
it
like
was
on
so
for like a
funny.
clip and stuff. But
I
yeah.
know, but it's just people, the gooners. Yeah, dude. I'm sorry, I got distracted because I'm looking at this page you have up of Grand Theft Auto, and if you look below, it's like first mission, but all these videos are obviously
Yeah,
AI,
it's all
right? People are
fake.
making it,
Yeah, of
and of
course.
course, looking
Yeah,
at like
yeah.
the picture's so funny because like the protagonist is her ass is all huge. The way they make it. Ah, dude,
That's
it's
so
crazy. The
fake, man.
Gooners, the Goon Squad, they call it. But yeah, man. I mean, again, like there's a good and the bad of that, right? So, like what you were talking about, there's these trailers that show these things, and they've always been around. Like even if you think about like the '90s stuff, right? Like how good they went into these trailers, and they'll use like live people to do it. Like I think Call of Duty has done this as well. where it uses like actors and they're running through a war field and then that's like the trailer. And you know, you kind of appreciate the more work into it, right? Um, and I feel like I just haven't been seeing that as much, and I'm sure there's plenty out there.
Oh
Um,
yeah, I like that you said
but
that too about the actors for Call of Duty and how that was like such a big
mhm,
thing, right? Because he would have like Jonah
mhm,
Hill and Nicki Minaj, a bunch of silly,
mhm,
stupid. And I don't right now. I don't know how it was for you because I think it might have been because I was a little bit older when these trailers started to come out. Because we would get like, I remember when Call of Duty had trailers, we would get a really great song or like something that was, you know, catchy, and it was like painted black for the most part. It always was the Stones, right? But there was one with
yeah,
like
that's it.
Eminem that my brother and my brother, well, he's sort of like my brother, but McFly, MY Michael, friend of the channel. But we always reference this particular trailer for Call of Duty Ghosts, and it was an Eminem song, and it would go and he would slide, and it was the first time they hit the slide mechanic. And I remember being like, "Oh my gosh, did you see how
Uh,
hype that looks?" Because it's all a setup trailer, right? It's not real gameplay.
mhm,
It's a setup
mhm.
like moment to moment gameplay. None of that is like something. I think they did that for Call of Duty Black Ops 3 or 2, one of those, but they had like live comms. I don't know if you remember this, and I talked to you about this trailer, but it's one of our other favorite ones. But they're shooting, and then like this crazy like kill streak is going on, and then in the background you hear this guy going, "Oh, he's killing 1 and 2," and it's like a little live commentary because they added
Yeah,
it. They added codcasting, and then he goes,
yeah,
"Holy," and he's gonna say, you know, shit. But it cuts it off.
that's
And it's
hilarious.
so good. And I was like, dude, I want to play that. But now I see a Call of Duty game, and I'm like, dude, what the hell is this? But then, sorry, I want to go back to the actor thing because I went on a rant about that. But the actor thing, right? The Jonah Hill and all that, right? I don't know if you remember this, and I think this was one of my favorite newer trailers because I thought it was really well done, and it poked fun at Call of Duty. Was I don't know if you remember Battlefield 6, the trailer for that, right? So I think
I
it had that
slightly
country
recall.
guy, huh?
I kind of recall, but go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So it has the country singer. I'll put it on screen right now. But
Post
it's
Malone.
no, it's that country singer fudge. It's the one that said on SNL, "Bring back to God's country." What's his name?
Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen. Yeah. I think it's Morgan Wallen and Zach Efron and all this. You'll see it in the back right now. I'll put it up right now. But so in the trailer, it's them landing kind of like Call of Duty, right? And then and it's really silly, and you're like, this is dumb. I think it's Morgan Wallen. Let me Jimmy Butler's on there. Yeah, Morgan Wallen.
Yep, you're right.
And so yeah, so they get blown up by like an actual team. Watch it if it's pay attention to this. Maybe you guys can see this too. But
Oh,
look
I
at
do
they just get
remember
blown
this.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, they get blown up, right? And it's like, okay, I don't dislike them in any way, but it's like, look at it's like who the hell were those guys? And it's just like the
Yeah.
real like we're actually doing the war game. Like it's not.
Yeah, because Battlefield feels like a little bit more realistic, right? As what
Yeah,
they
yeah,
they go is what their advertisement is basically.
yeah,
Um,
this is a good trailer, right? Like this is what you're gonna get, and
mhm.
it's funny because like the way that this trailer plays out, like this cool stuff, that's how the game actually is. Like when you play the game, it actually does this, and it's pretty freaking cool.
It's
Again,
crazy.
it's like it's the way that the trailer is selling you things, and some trailers just don't sell this. You know what I
Yeah, and
mean?
I want to touch on what you said too about
Please go
you
ahead.
mentioned the Eminem song, the power of the song, right? And we always
Yeah,
make fun of this now is that a lot of these movies trailers. I know we're talking about games. I don't want to bring in movies for a second. They like to do a different version or a slowed down version of a song, right? They'll do like gosh, what's the most
yeah.
recent one in years that we were laughing about? But it's like
Man,
it's such a
I
cheat code
forget,
because
but
it gets you going. Like I mean, I think the Suicide
that's just a thing
Squad.
in general with music, right? But go ahead. Sorry.
No, yeah, but I think Suicide Squad, the David Ayer one, the first one, did it really well too. They did was it Bohemian Rhapsody, I think,
Bohemian
and
Rhapsody.
then and they did that really well, and then but then like and that was good, and then it started doing it more and more. Which again, I'm a fan of it. It gets me going, it gets me in. But like, there's some where you're just like, oh come on. There's some songs that are just hilarious. You're just like, really, these songs. Um,
Dude, I've been meaning to
I
tell
think a
you about
recent
this
one
too.
was
Okay.
What's Going On by Four Non Blondes. It's all yeah, yeah. And it just like stops.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that's the one, right?
And they do it slow mo too, yeah. Dude,
I think
I
a
remember
game can
this.
do it and it's fine. And they do it. I mean, you have an example of Borderlands Ain't No Rest for the Wicked, but that was used in the beginning of the game. Was that used for the trailer? I don't remember.
I don't recall if it was on the trailer,
Because
but I do remember
in
the
the
song
beginning of the
being.
game,
I
in
think
the
it's
beginning of
the
the game, it's
beginning of the
in
song.
there. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I think it's the beginning. Yeah, I don't
But
know about the trailer because I know one of the trailers was like a dubstep song, and then like I think like Claptrap goes, "Hit me with that wub wub," and it's all. I think it's like Borderlands like 2 maybe or 3 or sorry the
yeah, but
prequel
you
sorry.
you were gonna
But
say
I
say
wanted
something.
yeah I was dude I wanted to bring this up because I was so one of the other things I told you that like because I haven't been playing a lot I've been watching TV or movies and stuff. I watched The Devil Wears Prada 2, and then I watched or sorry 1, and then I watched I was watching the 4th season of The Boys. I want to say it was the 4th season, and in that it did. If you have not seen that show, I mean I know you've seen some of it, but dude, I recommend highly. It's so funny because they get to a part where they do like sort of because obviously it's like real superheroes, but they're corrupt, and it's like in the real world. And then they have this guy named A Train. He's like a speedster, so he's really fast. And dude, they make a trailer for a movie, dude, and it's Will Ferrell who's his coach, but his real life is not. That's not his real life. It was his brother, but they put Will Ferrell and he's like, I'm not gonna give up on you. And dude, it's so funny. But the song they use, dude, I won't say it because I want you to see it. It's gonna make you die because it's exactly what you're talking about. The joking
Yeah,
of these songs.
I've
But
only seen the up to the third season. I have not watched the fourth and the fifth. I think it's the fifth right
yeah,
now. It's the final season going on. But I mean,
I think
again,
yeah.
I
Is it
remember
done?
that
Is
the fifth season I think this final season hasn't the final episode hasn't streamed yet, but it's
oh,
just
okay.
about done. But yeah, I think they do that as well with the Deep, right? He does like the Deep. They do a lot of that stuff with, and like
Yeah, yeah.
I forget who they copy, but there's some good stuff, man. It they do it really well. It's and it's funny because it does really mirror real life. Like even recently, like they did some stuff where it just ended up coming true in real life. It's like wow, it's pretty wild that they
Yeah.
got it on. But um, I mean, again, and then they copy like the Avengers movies, right? They're all the seven, uniting of the seven, and all that stuff, and like and it's great. Um, but yeah, dude. I mean,
Oh
the
shit.
power of music, right? Again, like it's just the power of music. It's just like it's gonna really sell a trailer, and it's gonna do well. Um, for me at least, even in the middle of a game like Far Cry, for instance, I think it was what Far Cry 3 or Far Cry 3, right? When you're burning like the weed field and like the dubstep song
Oh
goes on,
yeah. The
and you're
dubstep song
like, and
comes
you're
on.
like,
Yeah.
oh, this is hitting right now. You know what I mean? Like you're having a good time. But then like a lot of those trailers is the downside, right? DMCA, sometimes a licensed song they end up getting, might get taken down eventually. And then again, then it's a streamer part of it, right? Streamers can't react to it because they're going to be muted, like us, for instance, right? We can't really play the song because we can get taken down. It's a marketing win, but a community sharing nightmare. So that kind of goes into like the influencer of it all, right? And in all this stuff, um, is kind of changing shifts here a little bit, you know. Um, I think, and a good example of a game. So there's actually a really heavy track inspired game right now that just released called Mixtape, right? This little indie game that came out. It's getting
Mm.
glowing reviews everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. 10 cents, cents. And it's like everyone's saying, wait, this is weird. It's kind of like feels like a trap. And then there's like the whole like, oh, are they getting, they're getting all this cool stuff for it, right? They're getting like people are getting like these cool gifts and all that stuff. And maybe they're getting money, who knows? And that just brings you into like the swayed opinions. Cause it's funny because I even mentioned to you, I'm like, dude, this little movie site I use even has a review for this game. And this site rarely reviews games. So I'm like, maybe you're right. Maybe this is a plan. I don't know. I do want to check it out, to form my own opinion. But what are your thoughts on that? I know
Definitely.
you're passionate about the access journalism part of it, right? About these
Definitely.
trailers and games.
And I'll explain. And it isn't that I dislike them all because I have a YouTuber, like I have a few that they do this, right? Like Retro Game Core is one of them. He gets like these handhelds given to him and he tells you like none of my videos are shown to the people that give me these things. So no one has a final edit. I do this all myself and it's my own opinion. That is all well and dandy, and I understand that. But your opinion is still sort of swayed. And I like that guy. I watch him all the time. I think he's a great content creator. But it's just like your opinion is still swayed because you want to play nice because they are being nice to you. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but also like you can't really expect my opinion of my hard-earned dollar to be the same as yours when you didn't really pay for it. Do you get what I mean by that? And I think that's
Mm-hmm.
sort of like where it boils down to with like content for creators. And I think it's different now because I think I wrote this even in the notes, is like we don't even get sold trailers anymore. We get sold content creators. So we get these
Yeah.
guys who they pay a certain amount of money, or they give them free swag or yada yada yada, in order for them to stream the game and make it look like they're having the best time of their life. And for whatever reason, they're having like highlight games, right? Their internet connection is like the best. Like they're getting the best skins already. They're already ranked up the quickest. It's like, isn't like that strange to most people? Like, how do you guys not, or not you guys, but like, how do most people not see that? And again, it's an understanding between you and that content creator that you're watching, that they're not lying to you, right? But most of these guys, especially for Call of Duty, are, and I think they call them shills, but I don't want to say that because that's not necessarily true for all of them. Because I know some people
Mhm.
love Call of Duty and some people hate it, but it's like, think about when they turn their back on the games, right? And now you're not going to love a game forever. Like it's not, that's not the case.
No.
But it's like, you're not going to be like, I'm never going to play this game again next month. Oh, the DLC is coming out. Oh, here's the free code. We're going to stream this game today. You know what I mean? It's like, I get it. It's content and it's like money for you. And I think people were like, I forget which guy it was, but he was talking about like, if you want new games, stop crapping on the new ones. And it's like, no,
Yeah.
that's not why games fail. Games fail because they suck and they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing for the average consumer or for the person who this game is made for. I know we talked about a little bit about, you were talking about mixtape, right? And them giving out free swag and all that stuff. All well and dandy. That's cool, right? Not a big deal. It doesn't bother me. I'm not getting anything. I don't care. I don't want it. The problem is that they're trying to disguise this game as an indie developer by Annapurna, who the owner of that Annapurna, her dad is like the second wealthiest man in the world or something like that. Like he's worth like 200 billion. Like you guys can look this up. This isn't like, I don't think this isn't like fake. And so when the gaming industry was going down, Annapurna was staying alive because of that money that the dad was giving them. It wasn't because the games are doing that well. Now, again, we don't know if IGN and all those other people are getting their opinions swayed. I mean, it's getting 10s out of 10s across the board, but now people are getting their hands on the game, and there's this divisiveness of them, of the reviews, because some people are like, I like this game, but I don't think it's that great. Like I don't think it's a 10. You know what I mean? And again, everything is objective, but I think for the most part, it's just very strange. Like I think who was it? And this one made me laugh, Lex, and I'm sorry that I'm going on a rant. But you know the creator of or not the creator, but I've heard he's like one of the main guys that made the game Control, Max Payne. He's Max Payne, like that's his face. I know you know who I'm talking about. He
I
did
forget his
Alan
name.
Wake, I believe.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
I forget his name. He's a developer, right? He's
Sam
playing
something.
this.
Sam Lake. Sam Lake.
I'm like, I think you're right. And he's like playing this game for the first time, and then someone quote tweeted that he's like, "How are you playing this game for the first time and have a shirt already of the game that you're playing?" Like it's just it's crazy, dude. Like how, like it's blatantly there. How are they trying? They're not even trying. They're literally not
Yeah.
really trying to hide that they're able to like get this kind of pull, because like they'll be like, hey, can you talk about this, and we'll throw you even. And then I think sometimes money or gifts isn't given. It's the early release of a game that's gonna
Yeah.
make them money on online, right? Like if Lex and I had a copy of GTA 6 and we put this on YouTube and we're like, oh, it's me and Lex talking about GTA 6. Do you know how many views, how much money off those views we would get? No money was exchanged. They just let us have a code for free so we can play the game early. That is money. And like people don't see that. It's like, again, this is another topic for another conversation, but it's like now we're being sold content creators, is what I'm saying. There isn't trailers. Now we're getting sold these
Yeah.
people that will take pictures on their thumbnails with their mouth open. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I mean, yeah. I mean, and to tie it back, it's exactly why I brought this. We brought this game up specifically, is because I remember seeing the trailer for this game like a couple of years ago back, maybe at a Game Awards, I don't know. And then all of a sudden it's here, right? And then and like you said, it's just been content creators. I never saw a trailer after that. I didn't see anything. I just know this game is a interactive, music filled game, which again, I think a lot of people are playing and being like, "Oh, the music's great," and that's what I'm loving, and that's the power of the music, right? The power is like, "Oh, this is so fun. I'm going down this little trip," and like you've seen gameplay, and like not a lot of people are really you're not really playing. It's kind of an interactive movie. Again, I'm not bashing the game. I'm not. I'm just as what we're seeing. I do want to try it out for my own. I don't think I would probably pay for it. It would probably become on play. I mean, I guess I'm paying for it if I have the subscription for PlayStation
The
Plus,
premium,
but I
right?
feel like eventually it's going to become an option. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty wild. But it's just like it sucks that it's like we're not getting fun trailers that they're putting their um more care into. Like I said, like the last uh I think the Legacy of the Dark Knight trailer that came out looks really good. The 007 trailer looked great. But I mean, again, it doesn't hit like it used to, right? Like we had all these crazy trailers back in the day. But again, I think just adding that little song is always helps out. Um, Now you have something here about
Mhm.
something called the Bawa effect. Did you know anything about this? I mean, something you said that
I
every
didn't say that again. Go ahead.
you said you notice how every trailer for 10 years sounded like the Inception soundtrack. It's just temporary soundtracks, right? Is that what they're using? Is that why? Or do you never remember
Yeah. Oh,
having
yeah.
this? I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Go
Like they
ahead.
all kind of sound like very similar, right? Am I wrong? Like,
Yeah. No, no, you're totally right. No, that's why I'm like, oh, and like I was trying to you elaborate, but now it makes sense as I say it a little louder here.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
And you say it out
that's
loud,
good
right? I
stuff.
just trying to figure out how to. What'd you say? Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. No, no, I'm sorry. We keep going over each other. Um, but yeah, man. I mean, again, like,
It's not bawa. It's blah.
oh, okay, that's okay. See, it's better when you say it.
I'm
That's what
so
I'm saying.
sorry. I was trying to like it's because I'm like I couldn't catch what you were saying, and I heard you say bow wow, and I'm like, what didn't I write bow wow about? And then but yeah, I kind of caught a gist, but I wanted to read where I had put it because yeah, I had put the wah effect or whatever, and it's like every trailer like in the last like I think 10 years sort of sounds like that like you said the soundtrack to Inception, where it's more like how do I explain this? Like it's like these temporary tracks that are like only for a moment in the trailer, and it's just supposed to like convey like, oh, this epic moment, and that's it. It's like you know what I mean. Like there's not a lot of
Yeah,
like going for it, and I think that's what I was trying to go. I didn't write too much of it, but
I mean,
I'm
yeah, I'm
glad
sure.
that
I'm
I
sure. Like again, if we go back to mixtape, you put that sound in the game,
yeah.
like you're gonna be like, oh, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna be like, hold on to your pants
Yeah.
here. You know what I mean?
I think that's one of the other things with that mixtape game that we mentioned, or that you had mentioned with the music. And I think in that particular game they have like I think Iggy Pop and the Stooges and a few other like songs that
Mm-hmm.
are like pretty popular, and that costs a lot of money to like license that into a game is pretty darn expensive. And I think that's kind of why people are like, well, this isn't an indie game. And again, I don't like hate it because it's not or it is. I
Yeah,
would play this, but not anytime soon. Like you said, I'd probably wait for it. It just doesn't look interesting to me. But it's just
yeah,
funny that that's like
I know
the good.
it's taking a beating here, but we're not again. We're just this is the a prime example of something that just came out. But I mean, again, like now I know this poses the question, right? Now that we have phones and like always on us and always getting things streaming, maybe we're not noticing these trailers as much because we have it so much access to them now, right? A lot of the times I find myself not even watching a trailer for something because I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna see it eventually, right? I know what's going on. I don't need to see anymore. Um, I mean, give me a minute, something preview, and I'm good. I'm like, yeah, I know what I want, and make it good. Like the Clayface trailer, right? Like that was good. A good single minute of something. Like do that for a game, right? Just give me a
But
little
look,
bam, 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 with a sweet little song. Ernie's favorite, Greta Van Fleet. They can put them on, going, yeah.
but that's the
I'm
thing,
just
Lex.
kidding.
Though, is like
That's
is that like a you thing or like an us thing? Because I know well, because I feel the same way. But is that like an us thing, or is that like because of like how we were raised and the amount of like years that we've kind of seen trailers at this point, right? Like, because if I show a trailer to my daughter of something that she's never
Mhm.
seen, she's gonna get a kick out of it. Like
No,
recently,
yeah,
like she, like my daughter's 4, right? And she's getting into music because her little random rants, but she listens to Disney music for a while, like all these, Disney princesses. Loved it.
Hmm.
And then K-pop Demon Hunter came out. She loved that so much. And then recently I was playing Michael Jackson, right? Because the movie had come out. I started listening to that. She's singing the songs. Like, you know what I mean? It's like she's getting more used to more, and I'm not saying the other music isn't great, but I'm just saying like music that's kind of amazing. Like the Beatles. I introduced her to the song yesterday, and um all these other Beatles songs, and she was like singing them, and I'm like, dude, this is greatness that you're listening to, and she doesn't understand that yet. But like, you get
Of
what I
course.
mean? We are already so used to this kind of amazing stuff. So like when we do get new things, do you feel like we're more critical on them, and that's why we're like, you know what, I don't need a lot, or I don't even want to see anything because like this is not probably not for me, or you know what I mean? Like that
Yeah,
that that was one of my questions for you.
no, absolutely. I think also, like you said, it's just we're getting older in age, and now we're just kind of like we don't have. We're just like, oh, we've seen it. We've seen it all. It feels like at a certain point, but we haven't. Right? There's still more to see. Um, Also, we had. It's funny because we had also like magazine trailers, right? Like when we get a magazine, like a Game Informer, we're reading it. I remember reading articles for games, and that was the trailer right there for me, right? I didn't get a trailer for like maybe a couple of years after that until that game. Like, gosh, remember that game? And I think I've told the story plenty of times. Every time I got a Game Informer and I read through it, I would see a game that I like and I would add it to like a note on my old computer that I had and just say the games I want and just have them just listed or games to look
Huh.
out for. And that was just
Oh,
it
I
was a
love
fun thing
that.
for me, right? And then like some games would not ever come out. Like what happens, development hell, they get canceled. And
Hmm.
then some games you'll get end up not being great. Again, it brings back to, we're not getting paid. So it's harder for us to be swayed, right? Because if I'm gonna spend $70 on a game and dislike it, then I'm obviously going to be like, no, I spent too much money on this game. Now, Skull and Bones, I spent $20 on it. Still upset. I'm like, man, I'm pissed off still because I could have paid $2. You know what I mean? That game's always that
Yeah.
game is gonna forever take a beating
Yeah,
from us.
definitely. Yeah.
But like again, like it's just like, and it's
No,
nice that you and
I
I are
feel
able to
you.
still our share and split now because it doesn't hurt as bad, right? When we
No,
if we don't
it's a
end up
little
playing a game or
different.
like, but it's funny because like I end up like with friends, right? When they're just like Steam games, they're just random little co-op games we'll play. I can't tell you how many games I've gotten that are like $6-7 that I end up getting, and then I just have there. I play it once and that's it, right? Again, it's only a couple bucks. It's not terrible, but at the same time, I'm like, man, I could use that towards something else, right? It's like but it's just for the fun of it. Um, and if it ends up sucking, you're like, well, I've gotten my friend, to play a game, and a friend of the cast, Jamie, he like we played RV there yet. He got super dizzy the
Yeah.
first time he played. He couldn't play, and I'm like, dude, you should ask for a
Oh,
refund.
that
I don't know if he did,
sucks.
and he's gonna be, and it's like $7, whatever it was.
Oh, he said
I
it
keep
six
saying six and
seven.
seven. I know I keep saying that, and I
Um,
keep catching myself. It's dumb, but it's true. Um, so it's like yeah,
that's
it's
yeah,
like
dude. That sucks. Yeah, but the good thing is like for Jamie, he bought it on Steam. It's like the return policy is so easy for that. You know what I mean? Like you do it on PlayStation, it's like a whole like
yeah. I
freaking
don't.
run around to even do it.
What
You know what I
what's
mean?
the is there like a meme about Steam where they're like, oh, Steam, someone hacked into my account, everything good, and like they like chase people down or they do some crazy stuff or something like that.
I
That's
didn't
like
hear
a
about
thing.
this,
I
but
don't know if
that's
you've seen
awesome.
that. I mean, yeah,
No,
I've heard about that. They're
those
really
guys,
like
those
they're
guys are crazy.
they're really they're really good with that stuff.
They apparently like I think it's only like it's not like a few workers, but it's like they don't have a lot of people that they hire in that place, and it's like it's like a group of people, but it's not like a lot, right? It's not like a Microsoft where it's got a bunch of people, and apparently
Yeah.
all those guys are like millionaires, dude. So they're like happy just figuring stuff out and doing all these things, and they don't really
Oh,
have
I'm
to do much.
sure.
But yeah, I wanted to bring something up about Game Informer because I love that you brought that up, and I think I know trailers and videos are such a big part or integral part of like being hyped for anything, movies, games, right? Even music. Sometimes you get a music video, right? And it's like a trailer for a music video before you get Lizzo dancing. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, I just brought her up. I thought that was funny. I saw her with a little freaking flute the other day with a bunch of little people or dwarves. I don't know what you want to call them.
Jeez.
But so with Game Informer, I was like you. I would read the crap out of a Game Informer, And I remember when I was younger, I was really big into collages, and I would cut out pieces of pictures of because some of the artwork and printouts that they would put on these Game Informers, I know you remember, they were freaking cool looking, right? They were really nice. And so I would cut out those things and I would make a collage of all these game stuff. Have you ever made a collage where you just kind of like put pictures on top of pictures and just kind of like
I
fill up a
mean, yeah,
board?
but not. Yeah, I have.
So I used to do that with my Game Informers. And
That's
I remember my
hilarious.
oldest brother would kind of get bothered because he's a big collector of just keeping his things like as pristine. He's a little older and he keeps a lot of his stuff like sort of sealed away. But I was always just like throwing crap away, like freaking, doing all these things. And yeah, dude, what a
No,
fun
dude.
time.
I mean,
You just unlocked the memory that,
memory unlocked, dude. Memory unlocked. But
memory
I want
unlocked.
to go back to the kind of to the music angle a little bit here. Like, if you think about some of these games, like Gears of War specifically, right? Had that game not had Mad World put against it, you think it would have been as successful? Do you think the marketing would be different? But again, I feel like it would have been fine. Like I think any song could have been added, but Mad World just made it such a. And then again, it rejuvenates some careers of some of these artists, right? Like they get these songs put on. They're like, people start looking into them, right? And they start streaming their songs. I know that
Yeah,
happened
well,
for that song especially.
I think Gary Jules is the one that they use for the trailer, if I remember correctly. But I think that song
Hmm.
is an original song by someone else.
I think
He
so
just
too.
had what is it, a rendition of his own. I think it
Hmm.
was a little
Hmm.
different, right? It was a little sadder or whatever. But dude, yeah, it was such a great song, and I remember that trailer selling me so well. And I remember that was like kind of one of the big reasons we bought an Xbox. And it's like it's a
Yeah.
console seller, right? Like trailers are console sellers. Um, I want to talk about one last trailer here, or at least not one last trailer, but it was one of the things that I was really excited to get into this with you, and I think you would get a kick out of it because I think you even got a kick out of the Resident Evil Requiem trailer, which was this is really good, and it was like that little
Oh
short
yeah.
sort of film that they
Yeah,
did,
that was
right?
really good.
And
You're right.
it was
Hmm.
really good,
Hmm.
right? And it was awesome. I was
Hmm.
like, dude, this is exciting me more for Requiem. And I don't know if you recall this, but do you remember the Dead Island trailer?
I
Now,
do.
Dead
I do.
Island was a game that came out. I wanted to say it was like, well, I think it was like 2011 that the trailer had come out. I forget. I wrote it down here, but it was one of the best trailers I had ever seen for a game. And I played that game and I did not like it. And I bought it because of how great that
Because of the
trailer
trailer.
was. And still till this day, I'll put it on right now and people will watch it. But till this day, dude, I still watch this trailer because it is so well done, dude. I think it's probably regarded as one of the highest ones. And I think if I'm not mistaken, no, let's see, dude. Yeah, I think it's got 18 million views. It's freaking crazy. I think this is the one. If I'm
Eh,
not mistaken, let
yeah,
me.
dude. I remember watching this as well. It was super well done. I did not. I played the game eventually, and I didn't buy it day one though. I didn't get interested in it. I think I just heard people talk about it, and I was just kind of like, eh.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, dude,
My
intense.
oldest brother, or my older brother, not my oldest, but my middle brother, he bought this game, and I don't know if he bought it because of the trailer, but I remember I bought it because of the freaking trailer, and I remember people being so like I can't believe they did this with a little girl, and like I was
I
like there was
know
like a
it's
lot of
pretty frightening.
conversation with it, but then like it like you watch it and it's like I'm telling you, it's one of the, well, I think till this day is probably highly regarded. Like I think people will still definitely mention that this was like one of the greatest trailers in its time, right? I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, I
probably
remember,
now there's probably some more stuff, but
and it's a feeling too, right? Because I remember watching this trailer for the first time and kind of like feeling a little depressed, right? It's like, oh my gosh, I was really sad, like a depressing trailer to watch, right? Because right, the kid angle just sells it, right?
and
It's
this is a sad thing that we're gonna lose is this art form, Lex. This art form of
mhm.
trailers, of people who essentially are paid to do just this. Like now we're getting like either some AI slop or like these terrible trailers that are all the same, and it's like, dude, like check this
Yeah,
out. I
dude. I
mean,
mean, it's crazy because like yeah, like speaking to AI, people are always like, oh, the game industry is screwed. Look at this trailer, and it looks like ass, right? You're like, you can tell this is this. And the more people that do that, again, it's probably bots, but I mean, the more people that eventually start accepting that is what we're gonna get. And it's like, ah, oh, it freaking sucks because like you said, like that art form. But you're right. It's funny because the game like Resident Evil, right? That trailer obviously was totally different from what the game was, but that's been a franchise for so long. You know what you're getting with Resident Evil. Dead Island was a brand new start to a franchise, and I remember same deal. Um, I think Dying Light probably fixed it a little bit. I don't know if it was the same developer, but I know Dying Light really was like, oh, parkour with zombies, and that's exactly what you got. Right? It was a lot better done. I think there was a Dead Island 2 also, but I don't know if it improved on it as well. But
Yeah.
um,
I
yeah, dude,
you
it's
know,
freaking crazy. It's please.
I have one. I don't know. I don't know if we're about to end, but I'm assuming we're about to end at this particular
Pretty soon. Go
episode.
ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I wanted to ask you this question. This is my other thing. I don't know if I wrote it on the notes, but if you can recall at the top of your head, I'm gonna play it right now for you. But I wanted to ask you, what is one of your favorite game trailers? And I'm gonna tell you something before I start this. This game trailer I love because of the music. I love because of the visuals on it, and I like sort of like what it's setting up for this particular game franchise. And it's
I wonder if you're. If,
go ahead.
oh, good.
Go ahead.
I thought you were
No, no,
gonna
go ahead.
say Uncharted, the Uncharted 4 trailer when it's all slow mo.
Oh,
I thought
that's
you
a
really
good
like
one
that. You really like
too.
that as well.
Yeah, I did, but
Dude,
no,
honestly,
this is go ahead.
no, it's hard for me to think of a game trailer right now.
No, take your time, man. So while
I remember.
I talk about mine, but
I think
you are
I
you
think
good?
seeing the Last of Us 2 trailer live. Weren't we there that day? We were there when they dropped that trailer.
I
We,
think
we saw
so.
that.
Yeah.
We went to something and we saw that. Just being in that crowd and watching that trailer was
Oh, it
it
was
just
so
felt
different, right?
just felt amazing. I guess that's a. But go ahead, play this, please. What is this?
So yeah, so
Ubisoft.
for me, so one of my it's an Ubisoft game. So one of my favorite trailers, it's Assassin's Creed Revelations, and this game freaking sold it to me. I was really excited to buy the game. I was already a big fan of the game, so this was just sold me more. And the song that plays in the background is a DJ Woodkid song. I think it's called Iron, if I'm not mistaken, but I forget. But dude, they do such a good like the sound, the visuals. Like I said, it's setting the tone for this next like part in his like sort of journey. If you're watching this, he's traversing. I think he's going to Istanbul, if I'm not mistaken.
No, yeah, you
I
showed me
always
this
forget
before.
the location. Yeah, I have. I know that I've told you this is one of my favorite trailers. Um, but
You like the
it's
new
so
Divinity?
freaking cool.
What's that game trailer that came out at the Game Awards? That was like the new
Divinity.
Baldur's Gate franchise. People, what is it? I don't know. It was like a crazy looking
Oh,
trailer though. That
Original
was like
Sin,
freaking
Divinity, or something like that.
yeah.
Yeah,
So it was all intense, and people were all scared about it.
yeah, like
Yeah, dude,
freaking crazy.
it's really hard. I mean, again, Gears of War was such a big like, oh
Yeah,
my
it's
gosh,
iconic. Yeah,
this is, and again, like I seen it in the trailer, like it's but seen so many. I mean, even the PlayStation 3 commercial I remember so vividly. It was the Velvet Underground song. You know what I mean?
oh yeah,
Hey, I can't
yeah,
even like. Do they even do console trailers like that anymore? Like that's cool.
yeah. Man, the last console trailer that again that sold me, and I've told you about this, was the PSP where they use the Franz Ferdinand song "Take Me Out." And it's like, and it's like just like them basically kind of like moving around with the console in the
Yeah.
in the world, or you know what I mean, real life.
Yeah.
It's so
Before
cool.
we get off of this, it's funny. This is actually a perfect example of you talking about an Assassin's Creed game. It's like I feel like Assassin's Creed always has some pretty darn good trailers, and that's a game that always doesn't live up to the hype, right? Especially Ubisoft, like they always come out with good. They'll do a good trailer, but not a lot of their games will come out to to the hype. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, man, good. Dude, good trailer. I mean, everyone who's listening, if you want to
Uh,
drop some trailers that you really love and enjoyed, please let us know in the comments. Then you also think about like a game like Cyberpunk, right? Cyberpunk gets a good trailer or something like that, and then the game begins is riddled with bugs. Obviously, it's a lot better now, but dude, just a lot of good stuff in there. I know you're still trying to pull that PSP trailer. Was that Anakin Skywalker? That's what,
yeah, I
um,
think it was. Yeah, I think this is the trailer for it. I can't really listen to it right now, but
kind of looks like you, dude.
oh
I
yeah,
want
it
you
is.
singing.
This is the one.
No, I'm
Can
kidding.
you hear the song?
Um,
I know you can
no, I
hear it. I don't
cannot.
think the audience or the friends of the
No, I
channel
don't
can
have it.
listen to it because
I
I
think I
don't.
have it muted.
We don't want to get taken down, dude. It's freaking Franz Ferdinand.
Oh, I hear it
They
now.
got to pay that guy. Buster Rhymes is
He's gonna
there.
he's gonna be like, pay me out.
Look at the freaking.
Uh,
And that's a great
that'd
little
be fun.
console, honestly. I don't think it sold as well, but I think you can see movies. Some dude.
That's the Vita, right? You said.
That's the PlayStation Portable, just the regular. I think
Oh, okay.
1,000,
No,
2,000,
I
3,000.
think
I think
the
they have.
PSP did well. I think it did well. It's just the
Oh,
Vita
I don't
didn't do well.
remember. Oh, the Vita. Yeah, you're
But
right.
I remember loving that thing, dude. That PSP was amazing. But anywho, man, I think I don't have too much to say on this. I don't know if you have anything else you wanted to add before we get out of here.
No, I think that's it on me. I was hoping you were gonna think of a trailer, but it was kind of like one on the spot. It's kind of tough, right? Like I think.
I mean, yeah, I mean that's what I was saying. I was like giving you all those like random, but I mean, yeah, I don't.
Yeah. What
It's
about
hard
Bully,
because I
dude? I
just
don't
love.
know. No, that was all
Oh, dude,
probably
the
magazine.
trailer was fine, but I don't think there was like a good, from what I
What
remember. But
about
I mean, I guess I could have looked into it a little bit more. But
what about this game, bro? That you and I feel like this one sold us this game. And can you see what I'm looking at right now?
Vice City, and
Yeah,
I
the
run. All right,
run.
so
Is it this one?
far.
Let me see.
That's a
Let's
great
see.
trailer as well. That's
Is
hilarious.
it
Yeah,
this one?
that was a sweet trailer. Yes.
Oh no, it's not the one. This is like kind of like the. This
I
is the
mean,
one.
there's. I mean,
That's got to be this one.
you get the idea on there.
Oh, this is the
Yeah,
one.
it's great stuff. That again,
Let's see if we get
it's
this.
a song, right? It's a song that sells you. It's
Yeah, the song hits really well. I mean, I know again, friends of the channel can't hear it, but it's freaking "I Run" by Oh my god, why can't I think of the band?
Something Seagulls.
Yes, yeah, something Seagulls. You're right. But dude, yeah, they sold this trailer, bro. I remember thinking like, I can't wait to go to the to play in the 80s GTA. You know what I mean? Like, that's gonna be so fun, bro. The music's so awesome.
We're gonna get that version of that city in GTA 6.
Yeah, now, but like modern, huh? That's so exciting too.
Modern, so it's gonna be exciting. But yes, dude, if you want to go ahead and tell us your last lines here.
Oh yeah, last hoorahs. Yeah, dude, as always, thank you, Lex, for joining me today. I appreciate you having me on. Thank you also, friends of the channel, for tuning in every week when we drop an episode. We appreciate it, and we appreciate you. Please give us a like, give us a comment on this video, give us a share to your friends, your family. Let us know how we did. Let them know to comment. Please follow us on, or actually subscribe as well before I forget to do that. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And as always, follow us on Instagram at checkpoint_reach. There, I and Lex will be there to answer any inquiries you might have. Lex, please send us home.
Yeah, thank you all so much for listening. We appreciate you all. And we will see you all next week. Checkpoint Reach. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Let's go. Ernie and Lex gonna take you home. No need to stretch, cause it's in the dome. Popping a vibe at the PlayStation.